So many people will tell you no, and you need to find something you believe in so hard that you just smile and tell them, watch me.
Hello and welcome to Word from the Street, where I, David Ford, will be bringing you updates from the streets and also what's going on in the world of Expertlink. In this episode, our very first episode, we're going to be covering our hot topics, which are abuse. We're also going to be talking about what we've been up to this week. That's travelling up to Stoke, the European End Homelessness Campaign, CR0, and talk about some of the smaller things that we've done. And we're also going to be talking about what we're going to be doing in the future. So abuse. That's what it seems to have been all week. I was walking through town early on in the week and I stopped and spoke to a bunch of the guys that I know who have suffered from trauma, mental illness, they're homeless, they've got a whole bunch of stuff going on there and they've had pretty horrific journeys to get to where they are. I left them after about 10 minutes and when I left them, I got challenged by the public and they wanted to know why I was speaking to that scum. That scum happened to be human beings. My parting take for the guys that challenged me, and they were sensible people, by the way, my parting words were that I hope that you never have any trauma in your life. I hope that your relationship never breaks down. I hope you don't lose your home. I hope you don't lose your job. I hope nothing ever happens to you, because when it does, this is where you could end up. And when you end up there, it'll be that community that supports you, and you'll be really grateful for people like me. And there are loads of people like me all over the country. So what else happened in the week? There was a guy locally who on Friday night got beaten up. He was bedded down in his sleeping site and a gang pulled up in a car, beat him up, kicking him in the head. He managed to escape and they chased him in his car. But he still got away. But the car, they came back round in the car and then set fire to his belongings. That's his world possessions. You know, the place where he sleeps, the clothes that he has, the possessions that he has, everything set on fire. Imagine if you had your house burned down, it would be the same thing, you know, and getting attacked at the same time. It's absolutely appalling. So if you're in the Croydon area and you know anything about that, please contact the police, or if you don't want to contact the police, contact us and we'll pass on the information. And the other thing that happened this week is I had a phone call, again it's all about abuse, I had a phone call from somebody, one of the victims from the Goddard inquiry. And yet again the Goddard inquiry is it another stumbling block where the lead QC has had a falling out with the chair and now has been suspended and now resigned and what have you. An hour and a half I spent on the phone with this guy who completely re-traumatized by this. And when I listen to him and I listen to and see some of the stuff about what the conspiracy about whether the system is trying to stop this inquiry going forward, I'm getting to a point where, like others, I'm starting to believe that's the case. We really need the Prime Minister, Theresa May, to get a grip on this and make sure this inquiry happens, however it does, and it happens as fast as possible. So, what have we been up to? Earlier on in the week, I was up in Stoke, and it was great to go up and see the expert citizens and the voices of Stoke, which are experience-led, people with experience of homelessness, trauma, abuse, mental illness, substance and alcohol issues with the criminal justice system, who are actually have come together in the Fulfilling Lives campaign or initiative, come together and are helping to lead their community, the wider community, to change the system. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll leave a link below, you can see that and see what they're up to. So what else has happened? And we've got a new volunteer producer for our new weekly Word from the Street programme, Jack, who's the other side of the camera at the moment. So big thumbs up to Jack, who's volunteering to help us to make sure that this happens. And also, we were at the European End Homelessness Campaign wider meeting this week. CR0 is the name of the campaign, to end homeless by 2020 in Croydon. It's an absolutely fantastic campaign, but the best bit about it wasn't the system telling those who are homeless what the homeless need to do to be able to engage with the system. We started with those who are on the street, some of the long-term rough sleepers, and you can see their video. I'll put a link below this again. You can see their video. Our start point is then. We listen to the challenge that they've faced and some of the things that they need to happen in order for them to move on. And that's our start point, and that's absolutely fantastic. So we've done a couple of other things. We're going to support a guy up in Liverpool with his little art project. This isn't a rush for everyone to come and say to us, can you support us? But we're supporting him because the system seems not to be able to support him and doesn't recognise that actually, with a little of investment in this guy, it'll change his life. But not only will it change his life, it'll inspire a load more change with people around him and other people who have the same challenges that he has. And that's what we want to do. That's what we are at Expertlink. It's all about bringing hope and change to those suffering from multiple disadvantage. And by supporting him, if it inspires more, that's what we're about. And one of the tiny things that we've done this week, tiny in the big scheme of things, but massive for one particular guy, was where he's stuck with the system, can't help him change from universal credit from JSA onto universal credit because of ID. And the system doesn't seem to be able to help him. Simple little things that we managed to help him do that so he doesn't lose his benefits, and losing his benefits would mean he loses his home. So what we're up to over the coming weeks, well, the first thing is next week we're going to be joining Crisis on their campaign for the homelessness reduction bill. Links below. Come and join us. It's up in London and we'd love to see you there. But we're going to try and live stream from there and do a report next week. Also, we're going to be, in the future, we're going to be live streaming from a squat. We're arranging that at the moment, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic. If you want to see our live streams, go and join us in our Facebook group, because that's where it's going to be. Our Facebook group, the link below, it's Expertlink, look us up. And also our main thing is about our campaign, the A Million Voices campaign, which is about bringing the voices of those suffering from multiple disadvantages to the fore, amplifying their voices, bringing them hope and change. You can join that campaign by signing the charter, by giving someone a voice and potentially saving a life. So listen, I want to thank you for taking the time to watching this video. Please remember, if you've liked it, a thumbs up. If you haven't, we can take the feedback and a thumbs down. Most importantly, we'd love to hear from your comments. If you've got any topics that you want us to discuss in the future, put it in the comments down below. You can follow the links to our Facebook page and our Facebook group, and also our website, links to the charter, links to everything that we do. So follow those, please. But most importantly, join us on our Million Voices campaign and give those suffering a voice. Until next time, stay safe.